Welcome back to the Tropical Update. It's Thursday, September 21st. It's around 9:30 p.m. I'm Tom. I'll be guiding you through graphics. We're going to be talking about Hurricane Maria and where it's going over the next few days. We'll also be talking about Tropical Storm Jose and what it's going to be doing. First up, let's bring up our graphic that shows Maria. At 8 p.m., it was 85 miles north-northeast of Dominican Republic. The winds were 125 miles an hour. Pressure was 955 millibars, and it was moving northwest at 9 miles an hour. And if you look on this graphic, you can see the Turks and Caicos Islands. It appears that on this track that the eye will miss going directly over the islands. Here's our 5-day cone, and they're expecting it to make that northerly turn. They're also showing that next Tuesday that it will still be a hurricane. So over the open waters, they expect it to maybe intensify, but at least keep its hurricane status. Next up, we're going to look at the models. And looking at these, most of them are showing it making a turn to the northeast, somewhere around that Tuesday, Wednesday area. But there is a few that are starting to show it going off to the west. So we will have to look at these new computer runs and see if it is starting to trend over toward the southeast coast. And here is just showing where they believe it's going. And if you look all the way at the top, that's Jose. They still expect it to be around. So we're not sure what the interaction is going to be with these two low pressure areas getting so close to each other. There's very little chance they could merge, but nobody knows. And here is the hurricane warnings. They're out for the Turks and Caicos and the southern Bahama Islands. The central Bahama Islands now have a tropical storm watch out that possibly could be updated with the next advisory to a warning. We're also going to look here at the rainfall through Friday. And as you see, the heaviest of the rain, 1824 inches, looks to be a little bit east and north of the islands of the Turks and Caicos. So they will not probably get the heaviest of the rain, but they're still going to be getting into that 8 to 12 inch area. Here's Jose, and this was at 8 p.m. It was 150 miles southeast of Nantucket. It had 50 mile an hour winds. It was moving west at 2 miles an hour, and the central pressure was 987 millibars. So it's just a tropical storm with that 50 mile an hour winds. And here is the guidance on it. And there's still some that are showing it moving off to the northeast eventually. But we're also getting some that are showing that it could move to the west and possibly make a impact somewhere in Virginia or North Carolina. So right now it's pretty much almost stationary. And here is the watches that are out. There is a tropical storm warning that's out for Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard and those islands that are sticking out there. Now we're going to look at the wave action, and that is come down a little bit, but still 7.5, 8 foot waves in areas, and that's very dangerous. You don't want to be out in the water swimming on the beach or out in a boat with those type waves. They have come down a lot in North Carolina and South Carolina. Here is a picture. This is on Dominica, and this is a restaurant that had some very bad damage. And next up, This is in Dominica too. Actually, this is the Virgin Islands, and had some very heavy damage. And here is some of the wind peaks that were in Puerto Rico, and you can see that San Juan had 109, and some of the islands had up to 137 miles an hour. So actually, I was wrong. San Juan was 113. Well, thank you for tuning in tonight. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you have any questions, please post them. We'll get back to you. And we're working on our normal major update, and we'll be getting that uploaded as soon as we can when our 11 p.m. data comes in. So until then, you have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon.